After my tour of the chocolate market, which was sort of the highlight of the day, I guess you'd say, we went on to the Sapporo wholesale market. And this is sort of an open street market featuring just about every kind of fish you could imagine, because, of course, fishing is a major part of their industry and economy in that area. Anyhow, I did have fun there because I went to a restaurant. I took pictures along the way of the various displays of all the different kinds of fish that they had. And then I went to this restaurant where they couldn't understand a word I said, and of course I didn't understand a word they said. So I finally just nodded my head and said yes, and let them bring whatever they thought I would like. And they brought a big bowl of noodles and several different kinds of fish. And this is you can see over the far left-hand side the chef that was preparing my food. And after they watched me struggle with the chopsticks for a few minutes, he very kindly brought me a spoon and fork so I could finish my. That was fun, and I had a good time. I took a picture of one of the displays of their food displays, one of the pictures of their counters that displayed food. This couple are from Korea. I mean, they are a Korean couple, but they're actually from New Jersey, and I had a lovely visit with them. They spoke English, of course, very well, and they were interested in knowing about New Mexico and how I happened to be there. This is a picture of the historic clock tower of Sapporo. That was the end of our tour, and this is sort of their I guess you'd say their centerpiece of Sapporo as far as their history is concerned. It goes way back. These young girls were university students on the street, and they stopped me because they were wanting to interview me for a questionnaire about how tourists felt about Sapporo and Japan in general. They were real cute, and they were speaking pretty good English, really, and they had these questions that they wanted me to answer about how I liked life in Japan and what were my favorite things, and did I have any unfavorable things to say, and I really didn't have. So it was a nice chance to visit with some young people. Now, why did it quit all of a sudden? After I'd finished the tour that day, I went back to my room and rested a while, and then I went back to that original red brick building. This is their original government building in Sapporo. Very interesting, and they had some lovely gardens around it that I enjoyed seeing also. You can see the cherry blossoms in the back and this big bed of tulips in the front. The spring flowers were really in profusion everywhere. This is just a sign that I really couldn't tell too much significance, except it told the temperature. I think that 70 indicates the temperature. That would be my guess anyhow. And then I saw another sign that told you a little bit about the red brick government building, Akarenga it was called. And I think that was just about the end of my time. I did catch some pictures of the ocean as we were traveling south again toward Osaka. Beautiful pictures, and the ocean is, that's the ocean, the Sea of Japan going over towards. Beautiful. Oh, I went over, but connecting the island of Hokkaido to the mainland, they have an underground tunnel. I must have been in that tunnel. I know I was. I timed it a half hour. So it had to be 25, 30 miles long. And it was a very interesting sort of experience. It was sort of like traveling on the Channel across the English Channel, except I think it was quite a bit farther. But it was a very smooth trip all the way, and I got back into Osaka without having made a big mistake any place along the way. And Curtis met me at the station closest to their home, and I got back here. I was here about 9:30, I guess. So I had about 14, 15 hours on the train that day, and got home feeling very rested and relaxed, and I was glad to be here, of course. Coming back down, I saw more gardens, like similar to the ones I'd shown you before, with all the greenhouse coverings that they have over their plants. And this little building was a way station along the way. I'm not sure why we stopped there. It was such a sort of a decrepit and early building. But then after we got there, we went on back, and we ended up there again. You see the buildings and the ocean, and we're getting back toward the mainland. This is after I'd gone through the tunnel. So that about winds up my trip to Sapporo. I had a great time, and it was wonderful to be able to share it with you.